Hello guys, in this video I will show you my take on what I would call an advanced stashing guide, and I will show all the examples on Russia, since this is the map I'm most proficient at when it comes to not having an actual base and living off stashes. And well, the biggest upside to not having a base is that you can't get camped in any way. You basically can do whatever you want. You don't like a spot, well, you just move somewhere else, and you don't really have to move all the loot because it's already hidden. And if you have a lot of loot, well, it's better to build a base. But when you just want to go fight on a survival server without having any sort of kits, then just keep a random rifle rack hidden somewhere, and that will probably suit you quite well. So let's get started. So Birch rifle rack, they don't really have any different sizes. They are all 2x5, 150 HP. The recipe auto-crafted will be on the screen right now. Then maple rifle rack, again the same size. Recipe is also the same as the previous thing, but with the corresponding planks. Pine rifle rack, 50 HP more again than the previous one. Same size. The only time I would use these are either in a base or as a, how should I phrase it, a risky stash location in early game. So you can just keep some stuff there. If you die, you can just have, let's say, a checkpoint for some like tools or even a small gun. So metal rifle racks, 600 HP. Recipe on the screen as well. 2x5 again. The same as everything else. And the best part about this is, well, no one can pretty much open it. So let's I will show you now some locations where you can hide it very efficiently. So yes, let's get started. So something that we can do is, let's say, go to Petersburg. It's well, this thing that we'll show you right now it can be done in any city, but as I said, I'm most proficient at playing on Russia when it comes to stashing. So one great way of stashing loot is under beds. You still have a lot of space here. Let me just try to fit it somewhere. Oh wait, I'll do it a bit differently first. Let me just make a little metal sheet here, and can I fit under it? No. I want to show you a cool trick, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off here. I see. And then, ha. Amazing, isn't it? So then when someone is recruiting, they, unless they look down, it's still, it will take some time before they even can notice it. So you can just, put a bar, so it will be the first item that shows up. You can put it like this, and then put your items in there. And this is one of the locations that you could use. Then you could also probably stash it under this thing. I will actually try to do that as well, under the bathtub. I'll just have to find a good position for the little strategy of mine to actually pull it off. Maybe somewhere here. But you get the concept. You can just put it anywhere you want, pretty much, if you just know your way around the unturned plates. So yeah, now let's head over to my favorite spot to do this. It's a Zavod. So here, you see these conveyor belts. Well, you can't really get under them, but well, you can again use maybe even this, because it looks less suspicious. You could maybe like angle it slightly like this. Maybe you can. No, okay, then I will have to actually use the plates to push you a bit under it. Maybe something like this. No. But from my experience, the thing that always worked was a barricade, so I have to first angle it correctly. Yes, yes. About this. Wait, no. Wait. Please don't mind how it's going right now, because it should work perfectly. No, it's not. Hey! Oh wait, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I didn't really test anything out before doing the video, so... Oh yeah, see, perfect, ideal! And now once you are here, you can pretty much put these rifle racks all over this little posts here. And you can access them from this location, right? No, you can't, but you can access them from here. So you can again just put somewhere here, so it doesn't show as much, and your stash is done. So, but well, if someone watched the video, they will know this location. So if you ever see like any of these conveyor belts, you can use that location to your advantage, to this knowledge. You can probably pull it off with plates as well, but I just don't really want to bother myself with that. So another location to you can stash shit, loot efficiently is with the use of lockers on cliff sides. So I don't really have much experience doing that on non-modded servers, but wait, wrong ID. The ID is okay. So if you put, let's say, a locker that is facing like this, so someone who's not really looking for it, well, and no one will really look for a base on the cliff sides, so they will just see, oh no base, very nice. They will just go, you know, let's say head to Moscow or something, so they'll probably ignore your locker. You could also put it under the water, which is quite obvious, but if someone swims under there or checks it for stashes, then that's it. Then let's actually head to Moscow, as I said before. And this, oh yeah, and also another thing I would want to mention is that do not put stashes in trees after you cut them down, because unless the server has a setting turned on that will ignore barricades on the tree stumps, the tree will not grow back. Also, unless the server restarts, obviously. But that's not a good way to stash items. But as I said, if it says correct settings, then you can do that as well. But then another thing is probably, let me just find a correct room. Like you could probably stash stuff like behind like fridges over here, or under the beds, as I said previously. Then a great location. It's honestly like no one will even probably find it unless they watch this video. You could stash like up in the trees. This is quite a bad stash, but let's say I want to do it like this. No, this is also kind of wacky. Wait, see, like you can just put anything there. Like wait, just slap this thing in, and it won't even be like, oh yeah, like you can see that a bit here. But then you can, you know, just get this, put this in, and voila. Like you can see it, and from my experience, I have never seen this tree cut down. Like it's just for people to cut these trees down. So unless they want to get into the military base, but the address is right there. So and even if they cut that tree down, they probably won't look up for the rifle rack. So that's also great. And well, you just had that military base, you forgot to bring a gun from your base, huh? Or you have like a bed nearby. You just go up, grab your gun, and go fight. As simple as that. So that's this location. And I will just once again go to Zavod and show you like how that thing with getting under place where you normally wouldn't be able to get works. So if you have like, you just get against under something and just push against it. Like this is as simple as this. Like look, this is amazing. You can even probably make fake bases with no access, with like, let's say, a blown up wall that looks empty. The concept is hard to imagine, but you can probably experiment with it and do some amazing stashes as well. So yeah, just use this knowledge as much as you want. Just I hope this isn't a glitch and it won't be patched and I won't be receiving a debugger beret, but that's probably a feature in this case. So yeah, I think this is it for the video. I hope you have a nice day, and also an honorary mention would be using a rifle rack above a doorway. So you can just put a blowtorch in there and then put like explosives in there or a steely wheelie. And from my experience, unleashed yeah, like if they're not blowing through doorways and with explosives, then you should be safe to go, because there is usually, you know, no profit gained from destroying a blowtorch storage. And this actually once saved like 5 or 6 charges when I did this thing in my way. So you can also do this. And I hope your loot will be safe while you are using my loot stashing strategies. So see ya, and go join the Discord for future giveaways and to get notified and to interact with the community and to get some great memes. Very nice.